After students have taken the test, there's a few places where you can go to access their results. So one of the options is on your main page, you're going to see a to-do list for you. For students, this shows assignments that they need to complete. For teachers, this shows things that need to be graded, so you can grade sample quiz. You could also find it by going to the grade book, which here is gray, which means I don't want students to be able to get into their grades here, since they're not the same as in PowerSchool. I could also go to quizzes. So if I go to quizzes and I click on sample quiz, I can see over here related items. So I have quiz statistics. Since I didn't have real students take the quiz, I have no quiz statistics to see. I can moderate this quiz, and that's going to let me see my students, how many times they attempted the test, how long it took them, if they had additional attempts. So say if you were working towards mastery and giving them a certain number, and what their score is. Now this is out of 5, and the score of 3 is actually a bit misleading because my student had one short answer question. Canvas can't grade the questions that require students to write full sentences. So I have to go in and grade that myself. So I'm going to use SpeedGrader. I would use this for really any assignment I need to grade. So whether it's a quiz, or it's an assignment or a discussion board, I can grade all of them through the SpeedGrader. So I click on SpeedGrader, it's going to open in a new tab, and then it's going to show me all of my students. So in this case I have just one, but for you, if you are clicking through a class, you'll see that it typically is going to start alphabetically, but if you have students who you had already graded theirs, it's going to go to the first student whose assignment has not yet been graded. You would also be able to click here, and if you wanted to go to a specific student, you could go there. Since I only have one, that's not an option. You can also progress through them by clicking on these arrows. So you can see up here at the top it says the following questions need review. Question 4. So that is my short answer question. So I come down here, and the question said explain how you determined the value of the apple. The student explained their answer. If I would like to, I can add additional comments. I can also just put the score in, and then I can come down here and I can click update score. Now if you have a student who you're giving extra credit to or have any reason to give extra points, they have a section down here called fudge points, and so you can use that to go up or down. You could remove a point here and that will change the score. So you just make sure that you update the score. If you don't click on that, it doesn't matter what score you had given them, it won't change. And then you go here. If I would like to add overall comments, I can. I can attach a file. So say this was an assignment where a student had submitted a Word document. I could have typed comments on that Word document, and now I can attach that back to them. I can provide a media comment, or I can use speech to text to provide feedback. So you press the red button and you start speaking, and it will change whatever you say into text. Be careful here, this isn't the most accurate, so if you're going to use it, make sure that your comments are very short. If I supply any comments, I need to make sure I submit. If I don't, I can just click this arrow and go on to the next student, because the grade was already updated when I pressed update scores.